Alright, welcome back to another episode of Indiana Jones, of course. It's been a little bit, well, it's been about a week, innit? It's been something like that. We're still in group 2, that's why we're not in the main menu thing. We are on our way to do the main story. This is probably the best part of the 3 parts in group 2. The next one is a lot shorter out of the 2 meaty ones. This one's actually the proper meaty one, because sure, I think the last one was slightly longer, but this one's actually got plenty of main story. But just before that, we are going to quickly kind of do, well, I'd say a very big side mission, because it's effectively, well, you'll see in a second if we can go through the waterfall, because it's something I did theorize would be here, or it would be somewhere. I don't think I specifically thought it would be here. But here you go. You can recognize the door. I knew exactly as soon as I saw it what the fuck it was. It is, of course, one of the doors that you can put all a bunch of totems in. Which, when I find it, there we go. Or maybe not. That's literally it. Jack, you've walked right past it. What the fuck are you doing? There we go. And it is. So you just got to put it in. And I wasn't quite sure if there was a pattern to it, but I'm pretty sure there's not. You just need a certain amount, and you just got to open up all the ones that are around it, and just... You can do it in as little as that as possible. At least I'm pretty sure that's the method, but there you go. See as it's slowly going. I don't think you necessarily have to follow what I'm doing. I think you can just put it in randomly and eventually work. There's probably a more efficient way to do it than what I did. But I couldn't be asked to work it out because I just felt like it was kind of pointless. But yeah, I'm curious to see if this will be in the next chapter. Because as far as I'm aware, I don't remember it ever being in the Vatican, but it was in Giza, and now it's here. So part of me feels like it might be in the final one. And something I need every relic for, which I do believe I have collected every single relic that I could have up to the point that I am in the game. So that will hopefully open up that one. I do believe this gives me another relic, if I am not mistaken. I believe the last one did in Giza, at least. That one was a bit more mysterious than this one. It was, but probably because it was the first time. Because like I said, I don't believe that I saw one in the Vatican. If there was, it's because it was a lot smaller of a one to do it. But I have a feeling that the one in wherever it is, maybe it will open the same way this way, but maybe it won't. Maybe it will require me to like put one in every single hole. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, that was just me checking to make sure I did get all of them back, because that is worrying. Anyways, the ancient relic. There we go. Nicely done. No one picked off. And it's Indy talking there. I have cut up some... I haven't actually cut this up. I've done my best to cut this up a bit, but because it's the main story, it's a bit more walkthrough-y to get to like every point and whatnot, and you'll see one of my really dumb mistakes. Well, it wasn't that dumb, but I struggled to do something at one point. I eventually figured out how to do it. But yeah, so there's a little bit of that in this. But I've done my best to cut things up a little bit, but I think there's not too much in this one. But there is plenty of cutscene and dialogue, so I have done my best. There's a bit of repeat dialogue, which I won't stop talking for, but there is one about to come up, and I'll just stop any time that is and let you hear the dialogue, and it'll give me a little bit of reprieval, so I'm not running out of things to say really fucking quickly. So I'm still technically on the intro, this shortly in, but yeah, that is just the plan. Just give me a bit of a reprieval and just kind of space this out a little bit. And yeah, like I said, give me a chance to spread out my conversation. Anyways, I said one's coming up, so it is just about here.
What is that?
The yak in the water. Like Sunan told us.
He said he talked to it. It wasn't just some statue.
He's a storyteller. He exaggerated. Let's just hope he spoke the truth about the underwater tunnel.
It does also give me a nice chance to get a little water break in, though I am drinking a protein shake. But I'm not a major lover of them, so I'm just not. So even though I don't really need one after 3 minutes, it is a nice way for me to just kind of like slowly get it down. It's like, oh, every time I take a break, I'll take a sip, and eventually the protein shake will go down. Eventually, but yeah, that is the plan. The dialogue you just heard does get repeated later because I die at one point, but it's not here. I don't quite know why it repeats itself, but it does. There is a few bits of dialogue that's not even like really story based, and it's kind of just like maybe a bit of a funny thing, and hopefully it will be a tad funny, and like I said, it was just an extra chance for that extra little bit of retrieval as we continue on, and just to keep things a little interesting, I guess. Some stop starts, I don't know. I thought it seemed best for business type situation, if you know what I mean, as we are going to grab air before we die from the Reaver. Jeez. Oh, hello, how are you doing?
should have gone to Tong Dang's, my friend.
There is also some meaty cutscenes. That was supposed to be one of the funny things, kind of. I don't think I got it then. I definitely don't get it now. But yeah, there are some cutscenes. I think, except the first one, I actually give the entire cutscene some breath for. The other ones, I've still got the cutscene there, but I think I'd wait until I've got the cut starts just for the dialogue. So I think there is some standing around in one of them. But anyways, yeah, see there, I didn't do all the dialogue. I was like, how long is this tunnel? It did not feel necessary. Plus, I've only got so many like things I can do. The cuts is more of a thing for me that I can see when I need to stop talking, type thing, or I can pause the recording and move it along. So that's less recording file total, because there's only so much I can produce. For whatever reason, I remember having that with universe mode. There's only so much I can produce before I got to go back and find a file that had it in and delete it. But then also, there's only so many times I can cut, like, make new ones. But it's not something you got to worry about. But you know, just it keeps things better for me, I guess, and it's easier to upload then, or at least be a little bit shorter.
They were masters of using water to power their machinery. Must be part of the ancient gear train in the cave. These mechanisms are Khmer.
My point is, there's some good reasons for it all, and plus I don't want to be talking over the cutscenes too much. I generally would try to be quiet anyways on those cutscenes. Depending on some of the dialogue, I might have talked over in the actual situation, but like I said, I didn't record my audio because there's a switch in my thing, and I forgot, and I accidentally unswitched it for whatever reason. I don't know how, I must have knocked it somehow, but nonetheless, that's the situation we are in. And one of the benefits, I mean, this is about as close as it gets. This room's about as close as it gets. This video for me having to deal with those fucking cogs in this game, and having to talk over that. Though, then again, I just made sure to just zoom through some of those. This one, it doesn't take me too long. I think right now I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with the cameras, because I didn't want. I don't know how many times I'm going to go up here, and as much as I was confident that this wasn't going to be the last bit of the main story and there was going to be something else, I wasn't sure. So I wanted to do my best to keep on top of everything. So I was doing my best to check. But yeah, this one fortunately doesn't take me too long. I did count because I was like, let me just check how long this takes me before I go into this, because I don't want this to end up being like 13 fucking minutes or something. I'm gonna alright, I'm gonna have to shorten this down. But I looked at it, like, it's not too bad. It'll do. I can talk over that. Plus there's a nice meaty long cutscene when we complete it to look forward to, so yeah, again, might as well give me a chance, otherwise you're barely gonna hear me for the first fucking 10 minutes. Lucky you lot. Well, not such a bad thing, but anyways, there we go. I believe this is me completing the first one. The first one was a lot simpler, because there are two we have got to unlock, this being the second, which I think I was waiting for. I don't think it gave me a prompt to place it anyway. I think was the idea. I think I was trying to do both at once. But what I actually needed to do was to do this one first, and then it would open up something for me, if I'm not mistaken. Well, I was pulling that down.
Now the other side.
But I seem to remember it open somewhere, or at least allow me to progress. Maybe. I may be forgetting a step in between. Clearly I am. Oh, there we go. There is a prompt. I wasn't close enough. I'm still not wrong, though. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be maybe... I don't know.
Water around here that's supposed to...
Maybe some water around here. Something about that. I don't know. I didn't listen. I guess I didn't do all of that. I did skim through it a little bit. But I'm sure. Oh, there we go. That's what I was on about. I knew there had to be something. I did say something opened up. That's why I meant. Whether that was open or not originally, I do not know. Oh, there's a cogwheel there nicely too. How nice. Of course, like I said, there's one more of this group that we've got to do with all this talking. But like I said, it's only 20 minutes and there's a lot of darting around everywhere. There are a lot more cuts in that. Part of the reason why it is so much shorter. But also the reason why it's so much shorter is because I kind of wanted to get, me checking. There was just to make sure there wasn't a way on the other side. But there we go. Now it's opening because there's water. How nice. But I've got to quickly finish off with the cogwheels. Which I don't think we picked up enough cogwheels in here to complete this. I don't think. I think you'd have to go back out to make sure you've at least done one of the areas, which maybe it would have prompted me to if I had not. But I'm a great explorer. I'm a great adventurer, so I already picked up as many as I could, I believe, at that moment in time. Which is always a benefit to go and have some side story stuff first, because you never know what you quite need. before all that stuff, which is always helpful. What have I messed up there? I think I've... Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't want to forget that cogwheel either. Good job. But yeah, I think I realised I could do one, and then all I had to do was do the other one. Because yeah, that one needed a big gap, but I think the other one did too. Originally. Am I going to put one there? I don't know if I need one there, but I put one there anyways. I'm sure it gets turned by at least... I think it gets turned by the bottom one.
That's both of them done.
Anyways, cutscene time's coming up. Because we have completed this. Now I'm just going to make sure I pick up all the cogwheels before I leave. Would not want to forget those. I don't think it teleports with me if I haven't moved too far away. It'd be nice though, that's for sure.
Let's try this.
Jones! Wow. What's that?
Gina.
Jones?
Gina!
Oh. Stay still.
I am being still.
Don't.
That was a big
Snake.
This place gives me the heebie-jeebies.
The Hebrew what?
Why did they build this?
Did you miss me? It was only like 2 minutes, wasn't it? But yeah, we are out here. It's a very beautiful place, I gotta say. Very secluded as well. But yeah, geez. Now I was just gonna make sure there wasn't anything else around here. Like just before I went in, it was obvious I was gonna have to go into that temple somehow, but I wanted to just check out the sides just in case there was like an island I could go onto, because you never quite know. Oh geez.
I don't see any way up there.
There's got to be an entrance beneath the surface.
What if there is a way through one of those towers sticking out from the water?
Good thinking. Let's take a look.
It does feel like there's a lot more gaps than I remember, I swear. Oh jeez, but yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a lot more dialogue with Gina, as we do leave her for a little bit. As you would probably guess, we would at one point, and so I do believe there is less dialogue there, so that's gonna be a lot more me talking. But yeah, here we are. Like I said, I just wanted to just check every single nook and cranny before I moved on, because you know the paranoia is real. Like I explained it in the fucking second episode. I titled the fucking game like episode after it. Like I love it and hate it at the same time. I love being able to explore, but I hate leaving stuff behind and having that paranoia. Oh jeez. Yeah, that's something special, which I don't think we've pointed out yet, unless I've missed the dialogue because I didn't read it all. This is the repeating bit, by the way.
He said he talked to
Yeah.
it. It wasn't just some statue.
Yeah, I love collecting and I love exploring and I love having like this like a world like this to explore and well multiple. But I hate the I get so paranoid that I miss sort of stuff. Maybe to an extent I take myself out of it sometimes from it too much sometimes. Because I love it and hate it at the same time. It's great and it's not at the same time. But yeah, has its pros and its cons. But I think I would choose to have it and not than not. So, because I feel like it does also just and adds a way to like increase like runtime without dragging shit on too long. You know what I mean? Like I streamed My Rise earlier today, or at least today when I'm recording this, and I see what Ancient Relic does make me want to make sure I'm going to just check the rest of these tops. But it's like there's no side story in that anymore, and so as much as like the main story is probably still a similar length, maybe the actual like playtime is so much shorter, and I don't know, just feels a little more rushed and a little too fast in my opinion. Well, like that's why I think the beauty of side missions. You can spend more time with the characters without dragging out the main story too long to the point that it just ruins it. So you can have the main story exactly as long as you want it, and then you can just fill in some extra side stuff just to get some extra like time with the character, just to help build like your connection to the character. Not that we necessarily need it for Indiana Jones. Oh, there it is. That's the thing that ate us. But you know what I mean. You can spend extra time with Indiana Jones. Not that we necessarily need it because you've got the films, but you can just kind of help with that, I guess. And especially when like other characters, something like Red Dead Redemption 2, for instance. You know, Arthur Morgan's an original character. You could do it for that type thing.
It's just a snake. It's just a snake. It's just a big snake.
Because that was one of my... I think one of the best things about Red Dead Redemption 2 was how long it was. That made like the emotional impact of Arthur dying so much more, which you'd still get from the sizable main story anyways. But if you do a bunch of the side stuff too, which I'm pretty sure did all of it, it just hits that bit more with the side story. It even hits like going back through, you know what I mean? Because you just spend that much time with Arthur in the game. And sure, like I said, big like it's a long main story, but there's still plenty of side shit you do. And like also like just doing like bounties as well, even though it's not like a side mission itself. It's still just extra stuff that you just spend time with Arthur and dialogue with him, and just spend time seeing him does little bits, but also like him interacting with some of the bounties as well, and just stuff like that just keeps that interest just that little bit more, and I think it's great. And it does the same for the other games too. You know, it can help like flesh out the characters a bit more without, like I said, dragging on the main story longer than needs to, and possibly ruin it a little bit. But yeah, like I said, you don't fully necessarily need it for Indiana Jones because there is the film. Hello, mate. You got the films already, and previous games, and even the Lego games if you want to as well. So there's probably, if you're playing this game, you probably have a solid attachment to like Indiana Jones as it is already from the various stuff, which we are nearly about to die. Am I about to die? Oh, yep, I'm dead. Damn. Alright, I'm hoping I cut some of this. Maybe, I don't know. No, oh, there we go, hello. I spawned way further away. Did I cut some of this? I don't know, or am I just closer than I thought I was? I don't know. If I'm not too far away. I was about to pick up my controller and go, you know what, I'll skip through this, but nah. We're already here, it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. What the fuck am I doing? Just... Oh, jeez. I'm about to die again. Why the... I don't know what I'm trying to do at this point, I do apologise. Alright, one death later, and then me going back. I just cut that out. I was like, I don't know why the fuck I didn't edit that. I don't know. It's clear that I just... everybody misses things, but I feel like I've clearly done it way too much in Indiana Jones and in this. But anyways... I'll make sure to be more thorough when if I ever do this style again, which I realistically won't. I don't think I will. I'll probably stick to streaming and doing how I did pretty much every other game. I don't know. I don't know why I did it the way I did it with Indiana Jones. Because I know why I did it with something like Guardians of the Galaxy, the Telltale series. Not a Telltale series, sorry. The 2K one. Because it made sense. Because the chapters were like 2 videos long at the most. Like I did it in 2 videos, but it was less than 2 videos, so I could quite easily just like split it somewhere down there, and it worked this was just way too long. I don't understand why I quite did it the way I decided to do it. But it's the way I did it. And like I said, I will rectify it. It was the mistake I made.
Didn't expect this. This architecture reminds me of the cave underneath Khufu's pyramid.
The mistake I made with this game, I think. And I'll learn from it, I guess. Because there is still a DLC to go. I don't think it was as bad when I was doing it with the Vatican and Giza. And it obviously works well with Shanghai and worked fine at the very least with Shanghai and the Himalayas. Well, the Himalayas work perfectly. It's exactly the same way it went with Guardians of the Galaxy. It worked perfectly, and Shanghai didn't really need it because it was one episode, so it was fine. But I think it just worked so much worse here because of the issue I had with the headset. Well, like yeah, the fact that I accidentally knocked it off somehow, and so I've had to re-go back through it, so it's made things worse. Though to be fair, the very least, I don't know. It's probably it's a mixed bag. I feel like I'm more entertaining, you know, obviously live reactions and whatnot, and live waffling and whatnot, than I am post when I can't hear anything either, and when I kind of know everything's coming already.
Never seen a mushroom that big.
But I didn't mean to pause there, but I was like, fuck it, I'm already like gulping. Anyways, yeah, so just one of those, but simultaneously, I have shrunk down some of the runtime of this portion of the thing still. So I suppose that's something, but I probably could have still somewhat shortened it anyways. But yeah, I've shortened it more. Even with my weird map showing fetish. It's because like I've kept it in because I want to show how my brain's working. But then when it comes to me explaining, I'm not really doing a very good job, so it's like hoping for it to work. Anyways, talking about opening it to work, me figuring out how to do this, that's how we do it. We throw that there, and then we can thankfully whip across it. I'm pretty sure he does talk about that, that's how we can do it, but I think I spoke over that dialogue just a second ago.
Jesus. It's just a bad dream. It's gotta be. Stacks of stone blocks covered in script. Like a prehistoric library. Marcus won't believe this.
We are nearly coming up to the halfway point of the video. But we're probably over the halfway point of me talking. But I don't know. I think I enjoyed doing the last one a bit more. As much as I'm enjoying the retrievals and whatnot. I don't know, I felt like there was a bit more entertaining stuff happening in that one. Because I was bouncing between a lot of stuff. This one's a lot more me. Like I said, it's me walkthrough in this. I want to like still show how I got to places. Because it's the main story stuff and it's the first time being here. So I kind of wanted to show it still. But so do my best trying to talk the way through it, which, you know, I've done some rambling. I waffled about Red Dead Redemption 2 for a bit, but it's like, how much can I keep that up for? But I do think that this, at least the first portion of this maybe is a bit more of a just stick it on the background type bit. You know, I do appreciate any type of interaction or level of engagement. I will take it. But yeah, like I said, hopefully the next story game that I hopefully be jumping into will be Lego Batman. I was about to say 2 then. I can't do that because it's a PS3 game, so I'm streaming it, so then I can't record. Sometimes it lets me record it in 3-minute like I can record what happened in 3-minute batches for some of the games, but it doesn't work for some of the others. I think it depends on if it's a PS3 game or if it's a PS5 game that I'm streaming instead of using a downloaded version. I think
I know it's here.
if it's a PS3 game, it doesn't work at all. So I tried doing it for Arkham Origins. I wanted to do that for like a Christmas, was it last Christmas or the Christmas before? I can't remember. It wasn't last Christmas. It definitely was the Christmas before. So we played Mafia 1 instead. And yeah, I couldn't do that. So I was like, for fuck's sake, I guess this is how this is going then. But yeah, so Mafia was the next resort because I wanted a Christmassy game of some sort. And because it had like a winter part, even though it was after Christmas, it still had Let It Snow playing and it was snowy, so it worked for a little bit. I took what I could get, to be honest, but yeah, I know I already played Miles Morales, so it didn't help. Yeah, so I meant Lego Batman: The Legacy of the Dark Knight. Is that the name? It's something like that. Legacy Dark Knight Collection, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's in there. I don't know. But that's going to be the next one I play, and that's a lot more functional in terms of how I'll play it. I do remember this camera one, and we got to climb up this ledge for first, if I'm not mistaken, because it's the line of which it for to pop on my screen to tell me there's a picture is literally on the wall.
Armored war elephant. The hell happened here?
So yeah, that was a nice little thing, I guess. I don't know. I just I don't know. I had something in my head with exactly what I was gonna say, and I've just completely forgotten about it. But anyways, we'll probably get into one of the best parts of the video. Well, and just in general the areas, because we're doing a lot of climbing, and now there's a fucking snake. Jeez, out, fuck. And we got some tridents to fucking throw at him. Well, I did realise I ended up doing this wrong. Not that I can quite fully remember what I did wrong. So I fucking threw it at him. But I got the other damage at him earlier. But I don't quite remember what I did wrong in the first place, because I think there was a timing issue. I ran out of tridents. At least I thought I did. You'll see that I didn't in a minute. So I picked up my fucking revolver instead if I'm... Well, I'm trying to figure out how to reload it, I think. There we go, I figured it out. Nice done, 4th time the charm. And then I wanted to just shoot him, but I guess I waited. Oh, I was so close to seeing him. Oh, there we go. It's in my eyesight. There we go, there's the tridents. Yeah, they spawn there. That's if you ever end up missing out on not having any more tridents, you can just look up there and they'll respawn there. So I think you're supposed to be able to do it in a few anyways, but yeah, I got the first one to do damage. Damn, so good at damage, jeez, just got sent. But yeah, so it's just a lot of waiting this one. But then I where is he? Where is the snake? He can pop up. He's taking his fucking time, that's for sure. Hello? Oh, there he is. See? Oh, there we go. Finally got him. I got the animation. There we go. Not that I think my brain... I thought I started shooting him. I guess it didn't. Maybe I pulled out my gun, but never quite started shooting him. So I got the animation then. I'm not quite sure what I did differently. I remember thinking that I knew it. So there you go. Oh, no. It just bounced off the fucking tongue. Well, yeah. Oh, now I think I'm going to start shooting him. Oh, no. There's another trident on the floor. And then the tridents have respawned now, so it's so good. All good. Whether I've noticed it or not, there's another thing. Oh, there we go. There's a snake. There we go. Got the animation again. Yes, I don't think I got it on the first one. I think I did it a little too late, and the way it didn't work in any kind of capacity, I think threw me off a little bit. But nonetheless, I got to it eventually.
You and Snake coming right up.
Let's hope that did it. Only good snake is it.
Yeah, that was nice. It's one of those games. It's like, can you really get a boss fight into the game? Can you get it to work? And that was one of the ways I guess they did. It's not like Star Wars where you can both pull out a lightsaber and just start fucking like dueling. It's not quite the same type. Or like Ghost of Yotei or Tsushima. It doesn't quite work the same. Boss fight wise, there's definitely ways to do it. It's definitely pulled it off. But you know, it's like I don't see Voss like I don't know, getting into mechanical suit like Riddler or something, and then getting into well done, Jack. Getting into like a mechanical suit and just start fighting him like in Batman Arkham Knight with Riddler or something. You know what I mean? But yeah, especially considering Indiana Jones is not Batman and Gina is not Catwoman. Oh, there's a trident that I wanted because I need to throw some stuff at it, and I missed the tridents. I think I actually have to get lower down. Oh no, that works. Did it at the angle. I think that was me testing to see if I could do it from an angle, and from an angle I could. Anyways, I've got to just scale this place a bit more now. I ended up doing this like 3-4 fucking times because, spoiler alert, I missed the 1 or 2 things, which is how we start off the next episode. Is me recollecting it, which I did make sure to skim a lot more through. But yeah, I think I ended up going this route like a few times. So looking at it as now, I'm just bored by just looking at it because I know just 'cause I had to do it a few times. It's not such a bad section first time round. It's fine. But yeah, but I definitely did still enjoy the thing as a whole. This place felt very unique, and it's still in some aspects. Like I said, I enjoyed the boss fight with the snake. I enjoyed the whole like underwater section at the start, even if it is a little annoying to have to redo. But it is what it is. I think that's the skin of the snake in it. I don't know. I think it's meant to be, but I'm not quite sure. But we'll move on. You got to throw that trident at that white mushroom. And here's the another dilemma I always hit with my paranoia is you end up with fucking two different directions to go. You're never quite sure which way is the proper direction and which one's they're not proper. Like which one's the way we want to go for the main story and which one's to get to like a secret room. You never quite know. So you just got to do your best to kind of go. So I kind of go halfway on both. And whichever one seems like it's leading me more in the main mission direction. I end up doing the opposite. I have to go back on myself a little bit. To be fair, a helpful point is if you can find, if one of them looks like you can't go back from, then you go. Which I don't believe I went all the way on the other one. Unless what I'm thinking about I ended up doing later. Yeah, no, I saw that. I was like, yep, that's main story. That is main story. Because there was a little bit more, I think. Just up there. Maybe. If I remember correctly. Which I do believe I can get over that. Which, that is not how you do it. You do not pull out your book and hope it glides you to the block on the end. Oh, that was handy. I don't remember that. Oh, that was nice. So you could jump across there. Which I was using that to tell me where the main mission was. Using a little cheeky guide so we can quickly hop up here. So I believe this is considered a secret area if I'm not mistaken. I guess we'll find out in a second. Will it pop up? It does. Secret found. And we got an ancient relic. Nicely done. So now we can carry on. Oh, does that say 15 or 24? There's still 9 to get. Damn. I mean, I picked them all up, but it's not like I've got to worry about it. But I had some weird worry for myself then. Like, damn, I've got a lot to go for. Jeez. What a jump. I'd probably break Indy's shoulder, but... Oh, what I fucked it up anyways. Yeah. I kind of just started dreading the relics myself. I was like, I've done them all. Calm down. You don't have to worry. Oh, jeez. I feel like this is the longest bit I've had of speaking. Actually, I'm looking at it. It's probably, except for maybe like the bit just before the first major cutscene. I think this is the longest bit, and it's becoming the longest bit because I can't see the next bit in sight. Actually, I can see it, and it's a while away yet. We got a little bit more of me talking. Well, we got a bit more on the longest bit. Like I said, that looks like the snake skin. I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure what killed the snake either, but you know. We'll move on. As we go back this way, the main story way. Damn, I've not got a lot of health. I've got to keep, well, I hope I keep an eye on it. Of course, past tense here. I filmed this like a month ago. Of course, speaking over it now. I think, I don't remember. There's probably a date on the file. No, actually, no. I know for sure there's a date on the file. But, you know. Anyways. Where are we going to next? I do not know. Oh, up. No. Nicely done. Climbing up. Maybe could have climbed up on those bushes and looked like a bit of a vine there, but nonetheless. The whip's definitely a very handful. Oh, what was the idea of the whole whip? I can understand the bag and the hat and the coat type thing, but what was the idea of the whip? Obviously the gun's like self-defense type thing, but what was the whole idea of giving him a whip? Not that I've got an issue with it. I'm just curious where the thought process was. I'm sure I feel like I've seen a video of them explaining it before, but or whatever. But I suppose getting places, because they did show him how like using it to get to places. Obviously, not even like before we actually properly do Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's in that film still. Before we actually get to the Raiders of the Lost Ark portion of the film, you kind of got the prologue. That's just him doing a random fucking mission just establishing him as a character type thing. And you got him with Doc Ock. But you know what I mean? Well, it also establishes the villain as well, but you know, it's just I don't know. Like, yeah, I suppose maybe that is the whole idea of the whip was to help him get around and stuff. Guess maybe that was the concept originally that they wanted. I don't know. Oh jeez, there are reprievals in sight. I can see it now. Well, I can see it at the bottom of my screen, but there's a little higher up. Nonetheless, jeez, what a jump from Indy. Oof. Man, we made the climb. We did it. We fucking did it, and we found a nice, massive door. And I think Gina's a start about to asking for our help now. I think. Yeah, there you go. There she is. Jeez, because of course we need... If you can see one there, and you can see it just there from the other side, we need 2 people for this.
The fall.
Jones? Jones? Are you alright?
Yeah.
Maybe I can climb up your whip. Thank God the snake didn't eat you.
It was close. I killed it, though.
Oh, poor thing. Can you help me up? Don't drop me. Well done. What is this place?
I'm not sure. Kind of reminds me of the cave where I found the idol of Ra.
How could a cave built by the ancient Egyptians?
I don't think it was built by the Egyptians.
The Nephilim Order.
Maybe.
So, the ancestors of the Vatican giant built this place and the cave underneath the Great Pyramid in Giza many thousands of years ago. It sounds impossible.
Well, now we've got that all out of the way with. This is just me wanting to check how much I actually picked up because I was kind of worried about how much I had left because I didn't feel like I picked up too much. As I said, we don't have to worry about it right now because I do pick it up, but there is some I pick up now, and then the rest I will pick up in the next episode when we do the final like cleanup of collectibles before I do the last like side mission and then the main mission, as I think pretty much how the next 3 videos go. The next video is a bit of a cleanup of collectibles here and out elsewhere, as in here and elsewhere, as in not just this area of the map, but also just Sukhothai in general here, and then everywhere else, of course, depending on the meaning, everywhere else in Sukhothai and other maps. So that'll be to look forward to. A very short video, and then said clean up, and then we'll get the final side mission, and the one after that, and then the mission after the episode after that will be the main mission. It's like that to an extent. That's roughly the extent of how the videos are going to go. So should be fun. And then I can get back to recording the final chapter. I'm actually quite sure how long the DLC is. I'm not quite sure. I wasn't how sure long this game was, and I probably made it longer than it needed to be. But I'm not quite sure how many maps. But I know where it starts because we do find it in the next part. I'm not sure how much I show of it, but I did find it. Anyways, talking of finding, I found a game room, and I found a next retrieval slot for me as well. Very nice indeed.
This statue. It's like it's guarding something.
Doesn't look like any of the traditional Siamese games I know of.
Maybe it was invented by the Nephilim. I mean, they must need to relax sometimes.
Hard to picture the Nephilim having fun.
All right, I think we're doing a little bit more short bursts of talking now. I think maybe again, not quite sure, but nonetheless, yeah. Again, my paranoia kicking in about what have I found, because I knew that I was in the final room. You could just tell. I mean, I kind of knew it anyways, but it just kind of got more and more confirmed as time went on. Anyways, I don't believe this puzzle took me as long to solve as the prior cogwheel one. Oh, clearly I'm having issues trying to find. I think I'm more concerned with the other stuff at the minute. But yeah, I think I'd hoped that I'd find it later.
These stone pieces.
In the meantime, yeah, you can see how this exact game works. I do believe this is the first time I'm playing this. You notice it kind of unlocks that. How nice indeed. And gave me some game pieces. Very nice indeed. Does kind of remind me a bit of the one we did at the very start of the video as well. I said about these being short bursts and like the big burst in the middle, kind of a bit of a full circle moment, or at least about to. Felt like this game puzzle at the start and it now feels a bit of a full circle moment too.
The game reveals the secret.
Oh, are we playing a game, Jones? I love games.
I think I'm actually going to finish this protein drink before the fucking episode ends. I was going to say how good of a job I've been doing. I don't know where it went, to be honest. I think I should try to do something like this more often for it, I guess. I don't know. Anyways. I said now we just got to figure out these game puzzle pieces and how it works, which it seems to be, which if it's next to, like if the pieces that we put in is next to anything, I'm not sure if it's diagonal, but it's definitely to the left, the right, the up and the down of, yeah, it's not diagonal. There you go. Just figure that out. Then it moves. So, of course, it can go next to 2, if I'm not mistaken. Or, like, because there's a gap there where it's next to all 3, like 3 of the 4. That will move all 3. And right now, I'm just trying to get them to move all in the same direction. At this moment in time. That is the plan. Nicely done. Now, you can do... Yeah, I'm trying to open that one there with Gina, if I'm not mistaken. Which I think I've just figured out myself. Am I not going to move that? Oh, yeah, no, I can move that bottom one and put it in that bottom. No, not that way. Idiot, no, put that back where it was. And then put that one, like, in between those 2 at the bottom. There you go. I know, I worked that out like a minute ago. Oh, 3, how nice. You chuck them on the floor, because I don't want to put them in something and end up fucking up the door. So, just on the floor will do for the time being. And the door's closed, how nice. I guess if I point it back down, it will open the door, I guess. But that's not something we're necessarily trying to do at this moment in time. We are trying to open the thing in front, which we need all these totems for. So that is what we are trying to do next. Not that I can quite see off the top of my head how to do this right now. But I can barely see the fucking table, so that's not helpful. I think some of them I've got to turn, like, I've got to, like, put one on every side of it to get it to turn all the way around. Well, like, 3 ways. I think. Yep, there you go. Nice. Was that nice? We're gonna put that one where I had to fix it there earlier. Oh, nope. I think I thought I had one more piece. Did I? I don't think I did. So now I've just got to figure out a place to put, where I can move one of them and put it in a place where it works. That works. Well, it worked for that one. Resetting the board. Very smart. See, I'm trying to work it out simultaneously. I've already worked it out once. I'm hoping you're lot doing it along with me. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do it anyways. But because it's kind of moving around when I'm not controlling it, I'm too busy like adjusting in my head. Yeah, you got to move them. That's definitely for sure. I feel like the middle ones are the obvious ones. Though then again, that's not really a middle one. I think I was just trying to work out ones that definitely needed to be in certain places. No, why would I put it there? No, put it in the corner, yeah. And do the same with the other corner. So I was going to say, there's 3 different points that moves multiple of them. That seems like the obvious choice. And then, there you go. See, sometimes all you need is a reset. Sometimes all you need is a reset of the board and then just start placing them randomly again and it'll fix it. You just had something in a weird place that you just didn't even think about at that moment in time.
Map.
Sukhothai, perhaps. Not sure. I'll have to study it some more. This. Mountain. Rock. Stone. It's here, Gina. This map shows the way to the stone.
This is great, Jones. We are ahead of boss.
Never done. Got it. Let's find a way out of here. What'd you do?
Nothing.
Knowledge is a curse. It brings only death.
Oh no.
I warned you.
You know what? You did. And darn it, you win. I'm gonna give you what you want. It's just right here. Run. Run!
Are you okay?
Doing great!
I will find a way down to you.
All right, Gina. Yeah, we'll just handle the locusts. We'll just fight him. Sure. Well, we've already had one boss fight this video. Let's have a second. This one works a little bit more. In fact, we had the stealth one in the Giza as well, didn't we? They found a way to make it work, that's for sure. Jeez, oh, slippery customer, trophy earned. I think I got that from dodging or something, I don't remember. But yeah, I had a bit of a big gap there. Because there was kind of two cutscenes and there was a little bit of dialogue in between. I was like, I might as well just... I'd speak for like 3 seconds if that was... I might as well just give a big gap there. Oh, damn, I'm dead. I really lost. I feel like I remember whooping his ass. Oh, I guess not. Anyways. Let's do this. Let's do this again. Second time's a charm, shall we? Jeez. Oof. Oh, damn. He just looks mad, to be honest. Have I won all the brawling pits by this point? I do believe I had. Yeah, I definitely had. So, you know, brawling pit champion right here, taking on a giant. Let's see if all that practice has come to use. I do kind of like that idea, actually. I took on all those brawling pits, so hopefully it would give me the chance to fight Locust and actually put up a fight. Because I actually fought them all. I fought all those champions and whatnot. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say they're quite the same. Jeez, okay, hold on a sec. They're definitely not the same type of a guy as a snake, jeez. Same type of a fight. Well, it might give us a little bit of extra reason for why we can fight him, at least for temporarily. Give a bit of an additional reason that he's got all that brawling pit fight. Jeez. Working together, a bit of a tag team. Jeez. Damn, okay, maybe we can't fight him. Jeez. I think he just killed the snake by just smashing his head. And I think we helped, but still. Damn though. you really ready to fight some more, Indy? I mean, I don't know if we have much of a choice, to be fair. I guess that's how we're doing now. We've now got our snake surrounding us just to add some extra to the arena, I guess.
I need to know what the stones are for!
You'll need to know nothing.
One way or another, I'm gonna figure it out.
Then I will help you.
And I will just keep beating you up.
Hey! You two! You're acting like two little schoolboys, do you know that? Boss is expecting you to fight. And while you're too busy fighting, he's gonna steal the stones from under our noses.
I must protect the words. I must atone for my ancestors.
Oh, for God's sake! Who cares? You are both stuck in the past. And right now there is a great evil spreading throughout the world. And we can choose to fight against it or each other.
I have no...
Great distraction!
I meant what I said. Let's get out of here. This place giving me the heebie-jeebies.
Alright, well that is the last bit of dialogue of the episode, and pretty much basically the last bit we do of the episode. Hopefully it's been an okay one. Like I said, I wasn't quite sure when to cut in some places. Hopefully I did an okay job. But yeah, it's only up from here. Much shorter video in the next one. I'll bring a bit more to commentate over. Then after that, it's back to you get in real time Jack, at least for that case. Of course, still recorded a month ago, but it's me then. Anyways, I'm running out of time, so hopefully I'll see you around for those video shows to come out a little bit sooner than this one. Peace.